Dennis yet?
I think he's out back helping Mr. Wilson cut down that old chestnut tree.
Oh, so that's why you needed your chainsaw.
My chainsaw? Dennis!
Hello, Mr. Wilson!
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna help you cut down this old tree.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself, so just run along now, Dennis.
I want to help.
Oh, look out now, Dennis. Be careful. No, don't stop it, Dennis. Watch it. Oh!
Jeepers!
Great Scott!
I was only trying to help.
Why, Mr. Wilson, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened, Mitchell. That son of yours cut my arm off. That's what happened.
Oh, I'm sure he meant well.
Mr. Wilson, I'm awful sorry. Dennis was told never to use my chainsaw without my permission. I'll have a talk with him.
Well, I hardly think that's good enough, Mitchell. That boy simply got to be punished.
Would you like a cup of tea?
What? Oh, no, thank you, Alice. I've got to get home and try to stop this bleeding. Oh!
George, dear, what happened?
Oh, it's a long story, Martha. Why don't you try and find me some bandages and maybe help me put some pressure on this artery, won't you, dear? Oh, what now? Yes?
Mr. Wilson, my name is Ted Sloan. I just met a little blonde-haired boy outside who told me you've just lost an arm.
Well, I should think that would be rather obvious. Dennis!
Did you call me, Mr. Wilson?
Dennis, did you tell this young man that I just lost an arm?
Yes, but...
How can you be so insensitive of another person's
But
tragedy?
Mr. Wilson,
I've never met someone with such a blatant disregard.
Mr. Sloan can help you. He buys arms.
What?
That's right, Mr. Wilson, but we've got to pack it in ice as soon as we can.
Well, if you think that any amount of money can compensate me for the loss of a limb...
I'll give you $1,000 for it.
$1,000? Well, come right in, Mr. Sloan. Now, Dennis, thank you very much. Just run along, Dennis.
Can I stay?
No, Dennis, now, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go and play with Margaret?
I hate playing with stupid old Margaret.
Just get going, Dennis.
Oh, all right. Come on, Margaret.
Now then, Mr. Sloan, I believe we've got some business to discuss.
George, here's your bandages.
Oh, not now, Martha. Mr. Sloan here is going to give me $1,000 for my arm. Why don't you run out back and see if you can find it?
George Wilson.
Shouldn't you get some medical attention?
Nonsense. Why, I feel better already.
I don't know why you screw up for old man Wilson. I've just been on edge lately. More wine?
Mr. Wilson, I just came over to tell you that Dennis will be severely disciplined.
We're also going to get rid of that chainsaw so nothing like this ever happens again.
Oh, now, don't be too hard on the young boy. After all, accidents can happen. Besides, Mr. Sloan here is going to give me $1,000 for my arm. Oh, what is keeping Martha with that arm?
Are you sure you want to do that, Mr. Wilson?
Well, why not? It's only an arm. After all, I've got another one. And with the $1,000, just think of the wonderful improvements I can make in my garden. And I owe it all to Dennis.
Gee, I don't know.
Well, Mr. Wilson, here's your money.
Thank you, Mr. Sloan.
You know, it's quite a shame that you didn't lose both arms.
How so?
Well, for both arms, I'd pay $5,000.
$5,000? Mitchell, where's Dennis?
He's over at Margaret's. Why?
Here it is, George.
Oh, never mind that now, Martha. I'm gonna make $5,000. Dennis! Dennis!